Cheers, folks.
Hi, everyone. Well, you know who I am. Just myself. Following Sylvia, I can actually tell you about myself, or I can read you a story. Well, it's also about me and my journey here, a journey of triumph, but it didn't start off too well. Would you mind if I read it to you? Because I am a storyteller. Okay, so here we go. So far, so good. Just breathe, nod, and smile was my mantra for the day. It was midday on the 27th of February 2004. Insecurity, my companion. I was walking through the Australian customs. I am from a small northland New Zealand town called Whangarei. And that had been my stalwart all my life. I'm going home to Whangarei. My husband and I had made this huge decision to immigrate. So leaving our well-padded comfort zone of family, friends and home and garden, which I adore, we moved. The enormity of just what I had done hit me as I walked out of the gates of the Australian customs. Insecurity and unsurety, we held hands tight. So, why had this happened? Well, as I said, my husband was offered a job in the Pilbara. We had no idea how it was going to pan out. We agreed to coming over here, and weren't told the truth when we had arrived. There was actually no job. So we arrived, we sold our life up, and we arrived. And between that, my husband and my best friend's husband had decided to have a little secret. So as I walked through the gates, I met this lovely man, her husband. He gave me a hug and a smile. Everything was fine. And as we walked to the car, I saw these beautiful birds. First time I'd seen rainbow parrots, and I was mesmerised. And I thought, this is a sign. It's got to be all right, because I was so scared. As we got in the car, he said to me, "You're a surprise." I went, "Oh," again, very insecure. But that's who I was. I was a very insecure woman. My husband had decided to stay back in New Zealand, tie up business loose ends and all that stuff, so he wasn't with me. I was very uncomfortable. I'm a planner. I like it planned. I like it paid for, and I'm there. I'm not one just to arrive and do things. So uncomfortable I was very. I arrived at the house, suitcase in hand, walked into the kitchen, said hello to my best friend, and it was obvious I wasn't welcome. She turned around, she looked me up and down, and she continued cooking. And I thought, something's wrong. Something's terribly wrong. It had been a really long journey. I thought, no, it's just me, I'm just tired. But, she just wasn't there for me. Her husband, realising there was a problem, ushered me into a very small bedroom, threw my suitcase in after me, and it was obviously a junk room because nothing had been cleared because she wasn't expecting me. So I did what I did well then. I sat down, I bawled my eyes out and thought, nobody loves me, nobody wants me, no one's interested, what am I doing here? I couldn't contact my husband. He was on somewhere out in the Never Never, driving a truck for the Australian mining firm by then. So I sobbed into my pillow that night and I thought, okay, I've got this. I am going to call a taxi next thing in the morning and I'm going to book a motel for the overnight and I'm going to catch the next plane back home to New Zealand because that's where I belong. I felt abandoned. I felt physically sick. I had a migraine headache, and so I took some Panadol, I took a sedative and I went to sleep. They had no idea how much they had hurt me, and I wasn't going to tell them. I decided to get up really early and do all this on my own. That was my arrival here. I was very naive and very, very unsure of myself. It took a while to find my feet. It took 8 years to find my feet. It was a very rocky start. I found a villa to live in and I furnished it because my husband had rung me the day I decided to leave Australia, and he said, please give Aussie a chance, please give us a chance. Because I must admit that when you go through a hard time, your relationship thinks, what's this all about? he's very special to me. He's a wonderful man. But yeah, I was starting to have doubts about where all this was all going. It took 8 years. But in those 8 years, I joined art clubs because I'm an artist. I joined writing clubs. I joined poetry clubs. I joined any club that would accept me, and I found friends. I found wonderful, wonderful friends that held me up, that said to me, "You're having a dark day? Let's go paint. Having a dark day? Let's go write some poetry." And slowly, I found me. And what I realised was my journey to Australia was actually beginning to know me. That was the important thing, finding out who I was. I wasn't my family, I was still a mum. I'm not a grandma, but I'm still a grandma. I'm not a wife, but I am a wife. I'm me. I've got a core that says, my name is Kaz, I'm a woman, and I need to get my story out there. And then I found poetry, I found the love of my life. My muse for poetry was my heart, so my feelings came out in my poetry. 27th of February 2004, 10 years later, I've grown and I've changed. I've emerged from unsure and unhappy to a very confident person. I actually like who I am. I like and admire the poet, the writer, the artist. I like the friend I can become to other women. I like that I can become a shoulder, or I can have a laugh and a cup of coffee. It doesn't really matter. I love my childlike spirit. And yet now, he's just agreeing with me, saying, "Go, Kaz." And yet now I'm an elder, and I'm just really proud of where I am. But none of this would have happened without people walking beside me, encouraging me, and others not so much. Some I've walked away from. The energy is just not mine. Life has taught me so very much, to enjoy every single day, to wake up knowing there is magic all around. Oh, please. Every day being grateful, and to practice my belief that art in any genre is the universal way of storytelling. Through adversity and fear, my dream came into being. I am who I am meant to be. Today I've travelled the globe, I've become a published author, for art exhibitions, and adding to the pot my precious book of poetry that I wrote when I was sad and down and I hid in a cupboard is soon to be published. It's just another achievement, but my main achievement while I'm here is I grew. I love myself, I love all of you, I respect all of you, and the woman that you are. Thank you very much.